Welcome to Tom's Nugget for the full fee agent. Short, sharp, and actionable ideas to help you get your full fee, keep your sanity, and enjoy the business that you built. Today's Nugget session is number 2 of anchoring your value, the moment of truth. Let's get into it, shall we? So, in our last session, we talked about how first impressions decide your fee. And we ended with a simple truth. If your first impression isn't intentional, the client will create one for you. Now, here's the thing. There's a very specific point in every client interaction where that impression crystallizes into a decision. It's called the moment of truth. It's the instant they decide, yes, I'm with this agent, or I'm keeping my options open. Once you can spot it, you can shape it. So the moment of truth is like the click of a seatbelt. Once it's in place, the client is locked in. If you miss it, if you don't seize it, they'll slide right past that moment, and you'll spend the rest of the relationship chasing their commitment. The full fee agent principles here is simple. Control the frame before the frame controls you. What does that moment of truth look like? It can happen at different points, depending on the client and the situation. For some, it's during the very first phone call. For others, it's in your office at a buyer consultation. For sellers, it might be the first time you walk through their home. But here's how you know you're in it. They start leaning in, literally and figuratively. They're not just answering your questions. Their tone shifts from guarded to curious to engaged. That's your window, and it's very, very small. A Henderson agent I know had a buyer who was skeptical from the start. They'd already met with 2 other agents. They were polite, but distant. Halfway through their consultation, she asked, "What's the one thing you absolutely want to avoid in this process?" The husband said, "We don't want to waste time falling in love with a house we can't get." She leaned in and said, "That's exactly why my process is built the way it is. I don't just show you homes, I position you to win the one you want. That way, we're not chasing listings, we're securing them." The wife looked at her husband, nodded, and said, "That's what we want." That was their moment of truth. From that point forward, they were locked in. This is called, in tactical empathy, labeling the fear. When you put words to what's worrying them, well, you show them you understand them. And when people feel understood, well, they start to trust. Trust is the foundation of commitment. Commitment is the foundation of a full fee business. So you don't have to wait for it to happen. You can lead them there when the 3 simple steps, right? Identify their priority. What would a win look like for you? Identify their fear. What's the one thing you want to avoid? And bridge to your value. That's exactly why my process is built this way. In Las Vegas, clients often come in guarded. They've been approached by multiple agents. They've heard a dozen different strategies. They don't know who to trust. Your moment of truth is your chance to cut through that noise and show them that you're the one who understands their world and can navigate it better than anyone else. Your moment of truth isn't luck. It's a turning point you can lead clients toward intentionally. When you spot it, you act on it. You stop being just another option and you become their agent. In our next session, we're going to take this further because once you've found that moment of truth, you need to anchor your value without sounding like you're bragging. I'll show you exactly how to position yourself so clients see you as an investment, not a cost. See you then.